On this week's episode, we make history. Tonight, we're headed to Malvern, Arkansas for something truly special. Now, I've been lucky enough to perform at some historic theaters in the past. I've shared the stage with literal legends in magic, which is crazy just looking back on, but I've never been a part of making history before. So let me explain. The theater in Malvern that we're going to be performing for was opened in 1938 as a single-screen movie theater. After about 10 years, there was a fire that struck the theater, and the community cared so much about it that they rallied together and rebuilt the theater in only 7 months. Now, this theater was so popular that it thrived for the next 70 years, underwent multiple renovations, expansions eventually, and back in 2018, unfortunately, had to close its doors. 2019 hits. Town rallies, they raise tons of funds, and it's purchased by the Arkansas State Three Rivers. They planned everything out, they raised all the funds, and again, tragedy struck. 2020, the pandemic and rise in construction costs, they weren't able to finish the project. The community cared about this space so much that they ended up raising 2 to 3 times as much money as they originally planned to in 2019. So here we are, 7 years later, and the Ritz Theater is finally opening its doors. And not only that, but I get to be the very first performance kicking off its reopening.
We took it over, it was showing first-run movies. We have what we have now.
Cool, let's take a look.
Alan Nix Auditorium of the Historic Ritz Theatre.
Cool.
I'm Steve Brook. I'm the Chancellor of ASU Three Rivers in Malvern and Benton. This building was built probably 1930. When we took over, there were about 6,000 movie posters still up in the balcony that turned it into stories. There's stories that this was the first theater west of the Mississippi with an air conditioner. This is kind of been a long time in coming. Like I say, it's been 8 years. I started here in 2016. We're very proud of it. Wow. And we've been really excited to get to use it, start using it.
I don't even know what to say, but the energy in the room was electric. Before the show, you could feel the anticipation, the VIP, everyone was talking about the very first shows that they saw in this theater. So many of them, this space just means so much to the community, and it was just such a wild and special experience being able to be there. Now, everyone that came up to volunteer was so excited. We were having so much fun the entire show. I even hung out for maybe an hour after the show, just talking with different people. And despite having a really, really long drive, it was just so much fun to get to talk to the people of Malvern and learn about how much this theater means to them. And we already have plans to go back in 2027. So Malvern, Arkansas, 2027, Magic Across America. Well, it'll be a different tour. I'll be calling it something else. I don't know what it's called yet, but we're doing a different tour and we're coming back. Had so much fun, and I feel just genuinely honored to be a part of your history. Now, next week, we're headed to Artesia, New Mexico. They've got a live performing arts theater down there that looks gorgeous, and it's right outside of Roswell, New Mexico. So, gonna try to find some aliens, maybe we'll meet some new extraterrestrial friends, and got some really fun stuff planned for this show. If you're enjoying the series so far, please like, subscribe, goes a long way. I know everyone says it, but more importantly, if I haven't been to your state yet, I'm gonna start seeing some more cool stuff. So if I haven't been to your state yet, drop some hidden gems in the comments below. I'd love to check out what you guys think is something that represents your state, that's unique, interesting. I've got some cool plans for the episodes that are coming up. So anyways, so grateful that you're here, and we'll see you next week.